Hello, and welcome back to another set of Go Battle League battles. Last time we did unfortunately end our losing streak, but we did end the day with 4 out of 5 victories, and we got ourselves a couple of marrows from the Go Battle Day bonus going on. Oh, and fortunately we also managed to get ourselves to rank 6. So right now, it's still Go Battle Day, and we're still in the Marrow bonus right now. And with that said, I think I'm going to go ahead and jump into the premium rewards this time around, just to really maximize the chance of potentially getting a shiny Marrow during this hour. All right, so with that said, let's go ahead and jump into the premium rewards. Go ahead and spend out 1 Battle Pass. Alright, jump in. We're in Master League, and today I'm going to go in with a Lugia, a Rhyperior, and a Dialga. And let's see if I manage to potentially maybe start up a new winning streak, or at the very least get a positive win-loss ratio out of this. So with that, let's jump into the battle. Alright, and first up we have 2013 Squirrel, I think. Up, there we go. Alright, and first up we have Machamp. Alright, and they decided to bail and bring out the Melmetal. That one I actually don't have a proper response for. Whoopsie daisies. Alright, and they go ahead and bust out with Flash Cannon. And I'm going to go ahead and respond with a Sky Attack. Never been very good at actually getting out the Sky Attack, truth be told. Right, let's go ahead and get another one going. Fortunately, it is a fairly spammy move, and Lugia is quite a tank, so it should be okay. Alright. Let me see if I can survive this Flash Cannon. Oh, it's Thunderbolt. I made a mistake. I've lapsed in judgment. Lapsed in judgment. I want to keep my Lugia alive, at least for a little bit longer. So, keep it going. Keep it going. Check out the Sky Attack. Unfortunately, I have made a serious lapse in judgment in my team and have forgotten Melmetal was a thing. How I forgot Melmetal was a thing, but well, I mean, here we are. That being said, check out one more Sky Attack, which will either get rid of this Melmetal, or I get rid of a shield, or it does neither and just grazes the Melmetal. That was a possibility too. Alright, unfortunately that marks the end of my Lugia. GG's. And I'll go ahead and finish him off real quick with a Rhyperior. But I'm going to want to probably switch out real quick because Machamp is back. And I don't want to deal with Machamp right now. And, oh, they responded with a Togekiss. I might actually be in a fair amount of trouble here. Unfortunately, I do believe I should be able to take relatively neutral damage from everything that Togekiss throws at me, so I do have that plus going for me. Unfortunately, it does look like I'm taking a good amount of hits, and I also can't do absolutely jack squat against it right now. And unfortunately, that marked the end of my Dialga. So at the very least, I can try and chuck out this. Alright, so I'm not able to check out the rocks before it gets to its this thing. It's ancient power. It doesn't hurt. But apparently I'm still using my rock wrecker. Probably wasn't the greatest of calls, but you know. And with that, the final matchup is against the Machamp. Unfortunately, I'm pretty sure this means the end of my Rhyperior. So, GG's, 2013 Squirrel, GG's. Alright, let's go ahead and jump into our next match. Next up is Ninetales. Alright, let's see what you got. You've got a Dragonite. Definitely going to be dealing a good amount of neutral damage to me, but Dragon Tail should take a good couple chunks out of you, and I'll at least be able to respond in kind with my own amount of neutral damage. Let me go ahead and see if I can tank this Dragon Claw real quick. I can. And I'll go ahead and respond in kind with a Sky Attack. Admittedly, I've never actually been really all that good at launching Sky Attack, or any flying type charge moves for that matter, all things considered. But did manage to get both of their shields. That's kind of nice. I'm gonna go ahead and block this one real quick. It is still Dragon Claw, which won't hurt her as much, but I am starting to run pretty low on health, so... And I'm going to go ahead and jump out of that and bust out my Dialga. Which I should be able to handle Tyranitar pretty well with this one. Chucking an Iron Head, it's super effective. So we got that going for us, and now we have Metagross. Alright, so all in all, I think I'm probably going to want to block this one actually, because let's be real, I don't want to deal with Meteor Mash. Fortunately, I would have been able to handle it fairly well, but I still don't want to deal with it. The unfortunate thing that I'm realizing with this team now is that I don't really have a proper answer to Metal type or Steel types, so an unfortunate drawback to the team setup that I've chosen, but I should still be relatively okay. I froze out of time. That was interesting. He hit me so hard it took out my frames. But nonetheless, he is going to hit me with a pretty harsh Meteor Mash. It one-shotted me. Unfortunately, I'm starting out with a 2 losing streak. But nonetheless, GG's. GG's. For now, I'm going to try and stick out with this team for the rest of this set. And I'm going to go ahead and verse round 3 against Candy233. Let's see if I can start getting some wins with this one. Maybe. We'll see how it goes. Alright, and we start out with Tyranitar. That being said, I'm probably going to want to bail out of that one and bust out my Dialga. So far, they haven't responded in kind, so chances are they don't have anything at least super effective to counter against. So I can at least rest a little bit assured on that one, so I guess plus side there. And in the meantime, I'll go ahead and tank whatever it's throwing at me. It is Crunch. Hurt a lot more than I thought it would. But I should be able to come out of this fairly well. Chuck another Iron Head. Did manage to get rid of both of their shields, so that's kind of a very nice plus. I am going to chuck Rhyperior at him instead this time. And I am going to bother to actually use a shield this time around. And let's go ahead and chuck Crunch at me. That would have done some pretty nasty neutral damage at the very least. But with that, I was able to take out their Tyranitar. And next up, we have Salamence, which I'm actually feeling pretty confident about this one since I do have Rock Wrecker on me and they don't have any shields left. And with that, we're able to take out their Salamence. And finally, we have Metagross. Once again, the bane of my existence has arrived on the battlefield. And I'm going to go ahead and block with a shield in this one, just because I'm pretty sure I should be able to get Rock Wrecker out before I inevitably pass. We were at least able to do a fairly good amount of neutral damage to him. And with that, we respond in kind with our final Lugia. This is definitely not the most ideal matchup as of right now, because Meteor Mash is going to be hurting, dealing a fair amount of damage to me. But we'll see if I can get at least a good amount of damage out with Sky Attack. I was not able to. This might actually be how I unfortunately lose this match. Yeah, unfortunately, that I believe is the end of my Lugia. GG's. GG's. I'm starting to think the premium pass was a bad idea. Let me... you know what? With that, I'm going to actually go ahead and change out for a Groudon instead, because... because I actually do need some kind of answer to these steel types that I'm facing. That, and I don't want to fully waste this premium battle pass, so I'll go ahead and continue with battle number 4 against Rizivelt BR. Alright, let's see if this change up in my team does any positives for me, or if it, well, you know, doesn't do jack diddly squat. But we'll see. We're starting out against a Glaceon. Right now, Glaceon is probably doing some pretty good, super effective damage against me, considering I'm a flying type. But fortunately, Lugia is a tank, so I should be able to handle at least its fast moves fairly well. Although it does look like I got a debuff due to Icy Wind, so that's kind of an unfortunate effect there. And unfortunately, I'm going to go ahead and use my second shield on this one. It's once again Icy Wind. Took out a little bit extra in me. Alright. And I was able to do at least a good amount of damage with that one. And switch out for my Groudon, because I'm fairly Ground might have been Ground was unfortunately weak to ice types as well, so I have made a terrible lapse in judgment in that part, but it happens. Yeah, admittedly, I thought it was the other way around, but it turns out Ground is weak to ice, so... Unfortunate effect on that end, and unfortunately I did lose my Dialga, which means everything banks on Lugia right now, which has unfortunately suffered quite a good amount of damage, so this probably means that this is the end of me right now, because he has Rock Slide, and that's super effective. So unfortunately, that one's also a loss. GG's nonetheless. But yeah, let's go ahead and see if we can at least get one win with our team. The final one against Red, or 3X, Red X3. Alright, and our first up matchup is with a Dragonite. I'm feeling pretty okay with this one. I should be able to do some pretty good neutral damage as well as some... Alright, I probably shouldn't have used up this Sky Attack. Probably could have saved it for something later, but nonetheless, I still used it. But with the Metagross now out and about, I will be able to get myself some pretty good damage in with my Groudon. So I managed to get rid of a shield on that one. I'm going to go ahead and shield as well. I should be able to... it's Meteor Mash is not going to do super effective damage to me. Apparently it does neutral damage to me, so it's a good thing I blocked that. We're going to want to block one more time. The very unfortunate thing about this entire situation is that Meteor Mash is very spammy and does a heck a ton of damage, so... Unfortunately, my Groudon is not going to see pure victory in this, but I was able to take away both shields, so I can at least rush assured on that end. And unfortunately, that marks the end of my Groudon. And I'm going to go ahead and chuck out my Dialga, who should take, I think, neutral damage from Metagross. Which, I mean, it's still going to hurt nonetheless. Oh, and it's Earthquake. Oh, I have made terrible choices in this one. The least I can do is get rid of this Metagross before the end of this match. Alright. And we come across Dragonite one more time. It's going to finish me off with, I think, Dragon Claw, I'm pretty sure. And that marks the end of my team. GG's. GG's. Oh, that's right. With this new setup, you actually do get to battle until you win. I'm going to keep trying out this team and seeing if I can get something with our 6th battle, Marcos02. Hopefully we don't come out of this with 15 losses, but we'll see how this goes. So far, things have been going pretty terribly, but if I play my cards right, I should be able to get something out of this. I'll go ahead and switch out for a Groudon. And they switched out for Metagross. Once again, should be doing some pretty hefty neutral damage against me, but I should be able to... And I pretty much one-shotted that Metagross out of existence, so plus side there. Next up is the altered form of Giratina, which definitely is going to win in the terms of the neutral damage, but luckily I can counteract with my own neutral damage, or at the very least take out its shield, so that's kind of a plus. I'm going to go ahead and block with my very own shield, because I want to try and keep Groudon at least a little bit longer alive. Really try and get at least one more Earthquake in before I pass. And unfortunately, I wasn't able to get to the next Earthquake. I'll go ahead and let my Groudon die. GG's Groudon. But I'll go ahead and bring out Dialga, who should be able to do some pretty hefty neutral damage against Giratina. Should be. Most likely. Will most likely be able to. Go ahead and block that just to keep my Dialga a little bit longer alive. And go ahead and chuck an Iron Head at it. So plus side there, I was able to get rid of the second shield, so that's kind of nice. But now I'm going to see if I can tank out this Dragon Claw. I am, in fact, able to, but I'm not able to get to my next Iron Head. But I should be able to finish off this Giratina with my Lugia. And now we come out to the final match, which is once again back to Tyranitar, which is not ideal for me, but we'll try and see how much we can get into it. Alright, I'm pretty sure no matter what move it uses is going to be super effective on me, so that's kind of unfortunate. GG's, GG's. Getting closer to a victory though, so I'm pretty happy about that. Let's go ahead and battle number S1E7. I have faith that this team should be able to at least get one win out. And maybe it'll be with Vegeta? Vegeta. Alright, our first matchup is with a Latios. So, definitely going to be dealing a hefty amount of neutral damage against me, but I should be able to counter in kind. I'm going to go ahead and block this attack because I just don't want to deal with the neutral damage right now. I want to keep my Lugia alive as long as possible. Alright. Alright, so I managed to get the shield away from that one. Now, unfortunately, he did get the attack out first, but I'm not going to block this one because I think I should be able to tank it. This Dragon Claw, it does hurt, but I'm okay for the most part. I'll go ahead and chuck one more Sky Attack in. See if I can get... well, it's stuck in Great, but I did manage to get the second shield up, though, so that's kind of nice. That's nice. Alright, and I was able to get out the next Sky Attack before they got to their Dragon Claw, so that's kind of... that one's nice. Oh, but they did switch out to a Togekiss. Interesting. So with that, I'm going to be tanking out some of the neutral damage from Togekiss in favor of trying to hit it hard with an Iron Head. I'm going to go ahead and block this attack because I want Dialga to live through this, at least to get to that charge attack. It's Aerial Ace. That would have dealt too much to me, but could have meant the difference of actually getting a charge move out and not being able to. So, alright, and we got that Togekiss out of the way. Now we got a face off with the remainder of Latios. This is Dragon Claw. That definitely did hurt. And it actually did manage to finish off the rest of my Dialga. So now I must finish this match with my Groudon, who unfortunately seems to be taking a lot of neutral damage from this one. And he's going to try and finish me off as fast as possible with as many Dragon Claws as he can get out. And unfortunately, well, I probably had a pretty decent matchup against Metagross. Unfortunately, I didn't have the health for it. GG's. And now we go into battle number 8. Here we go. Ultramarine. Alright, first up is a Tyranitar again. Definitely going to want to bail out of this one in favor of the Groudon. And we seem to be running into a little bit of technical difficulties. The lag has officially gone against me. No. Oh, but we're back. Kinda, sort of. I think we have suddenly switched formats from a standard tap and play to more of a turn-based style from the looks of the one attack like every minute. I'm going to go ahead and block whatever attack this is. It's Crunch. That will have definitely done some pretty nasty neutral damage to me. And then we counteract with an Earthquake. Which they should have, which they did indeed block with. And I'll go ahead and switch out of that and bring out the Dialga. And it seems like the lag has officially subsided, so we should be okay now. I'm going to go ahead and tank whatever he throws at me. It is Outrage. That hurt a lot more than I thought it would. Alright, It's okay. We're still in this race for the most part. So we got rid of the Dragonite, but they are responding with a Metagross. Okay. Should be able to chip away from it pretty well with Lugia. I'm definitely going to go ahead and use the shield because once again Meteor Mash is painful. And I believe I should be able to at least get off one more Sky attack before he gets his Meteor Mash in. Unfortunately, this does mark the potential end of my Lugia. Unfortunately, I did have an Earthquake in queue, and unfortunately for me, he did manage to block it because he had one extra shield left, and I think, yep, this is the end of my Groudon. GG's Ultramarine. GG's. It has very much come to my attention that this team is not holding up well. I'm going to go ahead and change up one thing. I'm going to keep the makeup of this team, but I'm going to make it so that Dialga now comes out first. Or not. Hang on 1 second. No. You know what? No, I'll keep Lugia up front. The game has decided that I should keep Lugia up front, so I'll keep Lugia up front. Next matchup is against Daniel 94Ger. Yeah. 94Ger. And first matchup is a Melmetal. And it seems like my footage has just decided to stop. I think I'm out of storage, so I'll definitely come back to you in a little bit to let you know how this matchup went. So, alright, we lost again. Alright, so unfortunately we lost another one. GG's all around. So good news there, you didn't really miss much on that one. Let me go ahead and try and start up the recording one more time, and let me go ahead and resync. So give me 1 second. Alright, so we are back up to it again. We are still trying to get ourselves at least a win in this set, so we can at least get one Meryl out of this set. So with that, I did manage to switch out this time, my Lugia and my Dialga. So we'll see if a Dialga lead would make much better against Chem G 1987. Alright, and first matchup is a Groudon. The one time I need my flying type up front, and I don't have him. Alright, I was able to do the switch in pretty well though, so that's kind of nice. And we got Earthquake, it's coming in, and I'm okay. Alright, now I should be able to handle this matchup pretty well with the and chuck out a Sky attack. Alright, and he responds in kind with a Tyranitar. Which is definitely not ideal with my Lugia. Not even in the slightest. Unfortunately, I gotta wait out this timer, so alright, let's see if I can save what little bit of Lugia I have left. And chuck out a Groudon. Pretty sure the Lugia I have in queue now is going to be like one hit, one-shotted, but I should be okay nonetheless. Pretty sure I should be okay nonetheless. I'm going to go ahead and use up my very last shield for this one. I want to try and keep Groudon alive so I can get rid of this Tyranitar. Alright, and they managed to switch up before my Earthquake, which tells me they brought in Machamp. Interesting. Alright, we'll go ahead and see if Lugia can get at least one more attack in before he dies. Not really. That's unfortunate. And now I gotta take in whatever Machamp is about to throw at me, which I think is super effective against my Dialga. It very much is. I lose one more time. GG's. GG's. This is definitely not my set, like, at all. But maybe I can turn it around with this win against H03K. Alright, first matchup is a Glaceon, which I should be able to take neutral damage from, considering I'm both Dragon and Steel type. So I'm feeling pretty confident about this one. All in all, I should be okay. Unfortunately, I got blocked on that one. Oh, I did get rid of the shield, so. And I'm going to go ahead and shield this one because I'm fairly positive I don't want to deal neutral damage from that. It is Avalanche. That would have hurt. Let's go ahead and see if I can get to my next Iron Head. Probably should have spent it because there's only like 1 health left on it. But I didn't want to risk getting hit by another Avalanche, so. In any event, Glaceon is down and we're now up against a Mewtwo. Interesting. For that one, I think I'm going to go ahead and roll with Lugia. Okay. The psychic attack shouldn't do too much to me, so I should be okay on that end. I'm going to go ahead and block anyway because I'm not sure what it has. It has Psy Strike, so I didn't really need to block it, but that would have... that one I didn't quite remember what Mewtwo had as like movesets, so just wanted to be extra sure, you know. Also, I know it's a little bit late in the game to like, what's it, praise it, but I mean, hey man, shout out to that shiny Mewtwo. It's legit. Gonna hit me with Psy Strike. Doesn't do too much damage to me, so I should be okay on that end. And I should be able to either finish it off or at least injure it enough with the Sky Attack. I did. And now Mewtwo is out of the picture, and we only have one left to deal with, and that is Darkrai. Darkrai was definitely not one that I was particularly expecting. Although I guess I should have seen it coming more often, considering Darkrai is actually pretty good in this meta, I believe. Either that or it was kind of on the weaker side. I don't remember. It is more attack focused, but this is Master League, so could be to its advantage. Let's go use Dark Pulse. That definitely hurt, but we need to try and see if we can get to Earthquake before this is over, and we did. So this could very well be the final victory that we need for this. Alright, and good news, we finally won one. I think that was after like 10 or 11 matches, but we did get a victory. So at the very least, we get one shiny check out of it. And it's a standard Meryl, so I don't know what I was expecting in that one. Go ahead and catch this guy real quick, if you'll let me. Alright, and we managed to catch ourselves at least one Marrow out of that set, so does still kind of feel like I wasted a premium battle pass on that, but good news, it does let you at least leave off with one win, so that's kind of nice. May keep this Marrow to evolve it later. Might be able to use it in Great League, who knows. But in any event, I think that pretty much ends it for this video. Hopefully next time, I definitely gotta look more into actually like building up a proper team this time around, because that did not work out like at all. But in any event, hopefully we'll be able to bounce back in the next one. Oh, I actually never claimed my rank rewards. Let me go ahead and do that real quick. I was still able to get a slight boost in, so that's kind of nice. But yeah, in any event, I'm going to go ahead and try one more time right now, so probably in the next video. But yeah, once again, this is it for this video. If you liked it, you can go ahead and hit like, maybe even consider subscribing as well. And with all that said, I will see you guys in the next video.